Welcome to my live. So I went to a couple sales and I was looking for some things for my classroom, but I was also looking for things to chalk. And I got to a sale that had frames and different like shadow box type things. And it was really reasonable, like $2, $3 a piece for some of them. And this frame is like a shadow box. It came with this mat in here, but these pictures, these little colored paper were not in it. What came with it was like a couple pouches of plaster, and it was meant, it had like a little baby's picture in it that was like the example one, and then here on either side was supposed to be like a handprint and a footprint. And so it was meant to be a shadow box that was used for like a nursery, but they were getting rid of it and I couldn't pass it up, so I got it. So I took took it all apart, took the plaster out. It's supposed to be like a handprint and a footprint. Oops. Sorry about that. So I threw out all that stuff. Didn't need it for this project. And then I went into my cardstock and colored paper from scrapbooking, and I cut out like some autumn colored paper, and then I just used washi tape. I cut the rectangles out and then taped them on the back of this mat that's in here. And then it came with one hanging bracket right here. So I just grabbed an extra hanging bracket to hang it this way so that I could hang it long ways like that. So that is what I'm chalking tonight. So I've set it up in like a fall kind of color. That way I can have it up for a while. And then I pulled out our Hello, Welcome, Gather transfer. It's at one of our A-size transfers. So I'm gonna do a hello, gather, welcome on the glass. And I picked out fawn. I didn't want it to be too bright or anything, because we've got a dark and then we've got this light colored matting for it. So I kind of wanted to go with one of the other colors because we're dealing with a dark colored frame. So this is dark stain, and then the mat is kind of like a off-white, but it's real close to white. And then this has such dark colors in it. I wanted to be able to pull off of some of the lighter color on it. So that's how we're doing this tonight. I don't know if you can tell. Let me hold it up close so you can kind of see. So the background has like green, and then there's a bunch of like different orange, and it kind of looks like twigs and leaves in it. This is the it's the Olivia pattern from Close to My Heart, and I just happen to have some of the paper left from a scrapbooking layout that I did. So that was like a great way to repurpose this for $1.99 for this whole kit, which was a steal. So if you go to sales and stuff, keep your eyes out for these nice frames. People that, they don't, a lot of people don't think, well, I don't have a baby anymore and we didn't do this project with our baby, and so I don't want it. Maybe somebody else will buy it for their baby. Well, it's not just a baby purpose frame. It can be used for other things. You just have to change it to what you want it to be. So you got to think outside the box when you're looking at a store for ideas, for sure. That's one thing that will save you every time, is thinking outside the box. How can I use this differently than what it was made for? So let me get this very slow Facebook messages to pop up here. And then we're going to go, let's see here. Okay, I think, crossing my fingers that it's gonna, yes, successful. Okay, good, we're in. All right, so we'll go ahead and get started. So working on glass, you definitely want to fuzz your transfer. So I've got my trusty fuzz cloth right here. If you think, I'm wondering if I have to bring my camera down a little closer. I seem like I'm really far away today. Let's try. Sorry for the little jolting of my camera, but hopefully now I'm just waiting for it to catch up with my screen so I can see how close I got it, so I can see if I got everything in the view or not. You're getting a little bit of a reflection of my phone, but that's just because we're dealing with glass. There, that looks great. Okay, so now we're going to, this is going to be hard to do flat, but we're going to kind of center this. I got to kind of tilt it up so I can see what I'm doing. So with the, right, true. Okay. So with the, yeah, I think it's okay. I'm just going to have to, once I get near the, I can see the whole thing on my view, but I have it kind of opened up a little. All right, so just kind of eyeball where you want the center of it. So once this is hanging on the wall, the cool thing about it being a shadow box and the fact that the paper is like a whole inch behind the glass is that when you walk past this, the words will kind of move with you. So the words are going to look a little bit like they move because they're on glass, and as you walk past, that color in the background will kind of move. I don't know. It'll just be kind of a cool effect on the whole thing. So I'm really excited. You can tell. Really excited to use my really cool cheap find. Okay. We're using fawn. Do you think it's close enough or needs to be closer? I think we're pretty good. Think we're good? All right, let me know if you have any issues seeing what we're doing here. Make sure that you cannot see any parts of the screen that the chalk paste didn't go through. You don't want to put it on too thick, so I'm scraping off the excess. Okay, we're going to move you over here a little bit. Okay. Okay. I don't know why these are wanting to curl, but sometimes after taking your transfer off, of glass. You just have to make sure that you have put it in water. Sometimes it'll curl. You can flip it around in your water so that it fights against curling. Because like I said, on glass, it's really super wants to stick. And so sometimes when you pull them out, they'll want to roll up. Okay, so there we have it. Now let me show you when you go either way, it just kind of looks like those words are floating, and it almost makes it a little bit like, what are those things called? What are those little metal, like little mirage looking stickers called? I can't think of it. Well, you know what I mean though, don't you? Shoot, I can't think of what they're called.
Hologram.
Yes, a hologram. It kind of makes it look like a hologram because it gives you that depth between the glass and the colored paper. So I can't wait to put this on my wall. I worked hard at just getting that paper behind the frame and hanging the little bracket on the back of it so that I could convert it to going up and down this way. So I added this part to it that I hadn't had before. That part I added all by myself. I only bent one nail, so I'm pretty proud of myself. Before you ever add a nail to the back of your frame, make sure you take the glass out, because not everybody thinks to do that. And when you're pounding away, putting a nail in, even if it's just a little brad, you can break your wonderful find. And so there we have it. I thought that was a really cool repurposing. Only a couple dollars to do it, and I'm so excited. All right, so that is project 1. Project 2 is, so I erased all the fireworks out of the back of my vintage truck and in the sky here. I have a little bit of ghosting. That's when you've cleaned your board, but somehow that chalk paste looks as though it's still on your board. So that's what our wonderful board erasers are good at doing, is removing that image where it didn't come off. So all you need to do is add cold water to it to activate it. And then just in a circular motion, you're going to go over the area where the ghosting is showing up. Give some good pressure to it, and that will take that image off. And then you'll be back in business. All right, and it even shows that the dirt that I took off. All right, where did mine? Oh, here it is. Looking for my towel. All right, so then just dry the board off, and you're ready to go. I just see a little bit of it still here. Okay. All right, so now we're going to decorate it with some chalk paste and a new theme, because 4th of July is over now. We are going to do something different. All right, so I picked out the fishing theme. So let me pull some of that out. So we got a little fish. We got bait shop. We got the fishing poles and the cooler for the truck. And we even have some oars that we could do something with. And then gone fishing. All right. So before we get started on those, let's take off the since 1776, because I want to put the bait shop down there on the bottom. So let's take our sponge that's wet, and we'll just erase this. You can get as close as you want to without erasing the part, any of the truck part. Cool, cool. I love repurposing stuff. I think it takes a creative mind to be able to come up with all the cool things that I'm seeing our chalk people come up with. And if you have a transfer and you're not sure about it, you can always go online and Google Chalk Couture, whatever the name of the transfer is, go to images and look at all the cool stuff people have on there. I mean, it really is pretty cool. All right, we can put bait shop down here. Since I did my vintage truck a while ago, I'm okay to just fuzz my transfer and go ahead and put it right down on there. Because this is all dry. It's been dry for a while, so we're good there. Okay, we got bait shop. Okay. And let's see here. I didn't stir. Let me stir because I didn't stir. Okay. I haven't been fishing in so long. It would kind of be fun to do that after not. I mean, I haven't gone since I was a kid fishing. I've watched others fish, but I haven't fished. You know, I guess I did go fishing. Let's see, most recent was probably when I was 21 years old, and I went with my Uncle Tom to visit my cousin Bob in Alpharetta, Georgia, when he played for Atlanta Falcons, and that was fun. We were crappie fishing, and I did catch a crappie. And let's see, how am I going to do this? My fishing poles are going to go off my board. So we went crappie fishing, and I caught some. I caught at least one. I may have caught more than that. But I went to take it off my hook. I did it barehanded, and I cut my finger with the scale. And I didn't want to be a baby and cry or act like it hurt me at all because I was with my uncle and my cousin. And my cousin had already told me I'm not allowed to be like a grandma and be upset with anything they're doing. That was the only way I could go along, and I wanted to go so bad. So I couldn't act like a grandma and act like, you know, like I didn't like how fast the boat was going, or being out in the sun, or being bored. I couldn't act like that for anything. So I thought I did a really good job at toughing it out and having fun. It was fun. It was fun. All right, let's see. I'm trying to think what color to do my fishing poles because I want them to show up on blackboard. Maybe do some yellow, some bright yellow. And so, yeah, fishing in Alpharetta, Georgia. I caught the fish, and everything that we caught we took home and cooked it for dinner, and it was the best ever. So I guess 21 was the last time I was fishing, and that's like a long time ago, like at least 8 years. At least 8 years ago when I was 21. So, yeah, fun fun thing to do. I guess I just don't have very many people that fish in my family anymore. Everybody that had speedboats sold their speedboats, and then it's sad because then I don't have anybody to go fishing with to take me along. All right, so we have yellow on part of it. Let's do, we could do, let's do gray here. Think of some good colors that'll show up. Anyway, grilled fresh caught fish. That is so good. So, so good. A lot of people here in Michigan in these rivers and creeks and stuff around here fish all the time. I was just somewhere yesterday, somewhere in Vicksburg, down one of the country roads, and it was blocked off because there was still some high water on it, but up above the creek was a phone wire that had so many fishing lines and hooks hanging from it. Like, so many people cast too high and wrapped it around that phone cord, or phone line, not phone cord. It was surprising. So, but that is how we roll around here in Michigan. Everybody getting in on the fishing. So let's try orange here. That's a bright color. That'll show up on chalkboard. All right, now we got to do the cooler, which I definitely want to do a blue cooler. Our bright Liberty blue cooler. Okay. Anybody else notice how wonderful our new paste formula is? Some of the paste that's coming out now that they're making is so, like, the fluidity of it is so awesome. It's like amazing. It stirs up so nice. Love it. And then let's see here what I do with my white one. So another thing that I wanted to do, I haven't done it yet, but I think it would be fun to do, is going canoeing. Now, the last time we went at Celery Flats, I want to say 2010. So it's been a few years, almost 10 years ago. We went, a bunch of family and stuff, and my kids went. It was a lot of fun. All right, we're done with this transfer. Let's take this one off. So I've been seeing people canoeing and kayaking and putting pictures online anyway of them doing that. So it looks like it's a good time to do it. Okay, let's move this color over. All right, so we're gonna do our Gone Fishing. fuzz our transfer good. Okay. That looks good. All right, let's get this corner pulled up. Gone fishing. Cool, cool. All right, so let me dry this. That looks good. Now we still have our little fish detail. So let's do a couple of these little fish in a couple places on the board. Got a nice bright green color. Oops. Well, phooey. Fun, fun. Now we have repurposed our board officially. It is no longer 4th of July themed. We are fishing themed. Cool. I like it. Very cool. So, if you have not been canoeing or kayaking yet, now I've never kayaked, but I've canoed multiple times, and that is fun. If you're good with not shaking the boat, you can come with me. But if you are a shake the boat kind of person, then I don't want to share a canoe with you, because I have just been tipped over way too many times on purpose. And being tipped out of a canoe in the Mohican River, I lost my glasses in 8th grade, our 8th grade trip to the Mohican. Our ICS class went there, and the boys tipped our boat over. Like, ha ha ha, but I lost my glasses, so. And they were my first pair of glasses that I ever got. So I had to go, like, order new glasses and be without glasses for like 2 weeks till they came in. But it was fun. They're good memories, other than me not being able to see for half the trip. So, whenever you make a seasonal kind of board, you know, once that holiday's over, you can always make something completely different. So that's what I did. Hi, Amy. Hi, Ashley. How's it going? Just talking about, yeah, just talking about going, the last time I went fishing, I was 21 the last time I went fishing, and I said that's got to be at least 8 years ago. So I gotta find somebody and go fishing again. Find somebody that has a boat, and we need to go fishing because that is fun to do. All right, I'm trying to think what I'm doing next because I have another frame I can do. Set my gun fishing down here. What do I have? What do I have next to do? You know, I've never done that. I have not done, and it would be cute to do the Bonjour. The Bonjour transfer. All right, so let me figure out which way this hangs. Okay, this is my hanging thingy. All right, so we're flipping that over. Bonjour on black and white. What color would look good? This is white paper underneath, and it's got a black frame. Should I just do black? And be kind of like artsy doing black, or should I do a color? Help me out. Tell me what you think. I'm okay with black. Black and white is really beautiful, but or I could do, what do you think? Move my transfer thing. Gotta make sure it all is going to fit on there. Hopefully it will. We got to get the whole word in. If we don't get the whole branch, no big deal. That is pretty. Okay, let me look at my chalk paste here. All right, so obviously I do have the basic colors like black, brown, cream colored. We could do a bright red, an orange. What about couture teal or peacock? Couture teal would be pretty. Gosh. All right, let's try this teal. Where's my teal? It's on my spin around thing. That color. That one is a good one. Oops, I'm all lopsided here. Okay, it didn't fit on the whole frame, but that's okay. That is a-okay. Stir stick. I love this new formula of paste. I love it. It's almost perfect every time you open. Oh my gosh. Love it. Love it, love it. Okay. We're gonna use the small squeegee. Okay, this is the small squeegee. This one is not called small. That one is mini. This one is small. But this is small in comparison to the double-edged, or whatever you want to call it, beveled. And then we have a 4-inch one that has a big handle that you can do really large ones. So that's how this became small. You think do red or just the bird red? Red bird would be awesome. But what about the rest of it? know, red would be really pretty on, like, you want the whole thing red? What do I do? I know I love cardinals. Love them. I see them almost every day on my way to work. There are red cardinals galore up here. Like more than I remember seeing in Ohio. Let's see. Let's see what this will look like. Get one of my smaller. Okay. Now there's so many things going on in this picture. These words here, they go around the bird. Okay. Now what color for the rest of it? Do we want it to be the teal, or did we want to do something like black? Or should we do the teal? Questions. Well, I saw somebody do like a whole bunch of background to this, so there's a whole bunch of different ways you can do it. But the red bird is going to be really pretty. All right, let's do, what did I do with my, did I get my black velvet out? Okay. This is one of my older formula pastes. It's a little bit thicker. All right. Okay. Let's get the rest of this laid in. It's going to be really pretty. Sometimes I forget to talk. I get so busy doing what I'm doing that I don't remember to talk to my audience. So if I get too quiet, it's just because I'm like concentrating on what I'm doing here. This is gonna, I can already tell this is gonna be really pretty. All right, let me scrape up my excess here. All right, that's not too bad. Let's peel this. Ooh, that looks really cool. That is very pretty. How did this fall down? All right, let me stick this in my water back here. Very very nice. The only thing different about chalking on glass is just when you're peeling that transfer off at the end, it wants to fight you because it's glass and it sticks really well to it. So sometimes it's good to have like an extra hand, but it can be done with one person. That turned out really cool, guys. I love that. Love it. Good suggestions. Okay, now what do we have? We have 3 projects now that we just did. Let me go back and show you. So I was saying at the beginning of the video that I went to a sale and I found some framed things that people had that were almost brand new in the box. Frames. One was a shadow box type thing that you can put like the footprint and handprint of your baby, and it had like little pouches of plaster in there that you could do it. And I took out the plaster, took the frame apart. I added a bracket here because I wanted to hang it up and down. I took out the little example pictures, put in scrapbook paper behind the 3 things, and then I chalked the hello, gather, welcome. So this pattern of paper looks like branches in the background, so I thought it looked kind of fall-ish. So I was kind of thinking putting this up near our dinner table, that would be a really cute thing to have. And then if I wanted to change the paper out at different seasons, I could. I just love this. It was $2. What a bargain. So we did the picture frame, we did the hello, gather, welcome, and then we changed our 4th of July vintage truck to fishing themed. So that I just erased with like a sanitizing wipe the other, like the fireworks and stuff that I had on there, and changed it out completely and put that on. So those are our projects, guys. That was fun. Thanks for stopping by and chalking with me. And I will see you here tomorrow night, same time. And we'll see what kind of project I can come up with for then. I forgot to turn my volume down. Sorry about that dinging. That was probably really loud on your end. Well, guys, love this video and share it with your friends so we can spread the chalk love. And I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Good night.